Good Monday evening, Southeast Texas. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to 12 News Plus. We're going to take a 15-minute in-depth look at your forecast, the way we see it, and answer your questions if you have any. So, high pressure in charge of our area's weather today. That's why we saw lots of sun and mainly dry weather conditions. Similar result tomorrow. May get a degree, 1 or 2 degrees warmer tomorrow. As then the high starts breaking down, moves off towards the west. As we work on into Wednesday, it'll be over northwest Texas, and by Thursday and Friday should be over well far off towards our west, over towards the southwestern U.S. At the same time, we'll be seeing a surge of moisture work in from the east off the Gulf as a disturbance moves on in. So scattered showers and storms back in the forecast, certainly by midweek. And as we head through the end of the week and on into the weekends, expect scattered showers and thunderstorms. So lower afternoon high temperatures will also result because of the increase in cloud cover and scattered showers and thunderstorms. Right now, I'm not going to go above a 40, maybe 50% coverage. I need some more detail in the forecast. So it could be more than a 50% coverage. Could be numerous showers and storms. Regardless, it looks like improving rain chances as that high moves off, certainly by Thursday through the end of the week and this weekend. Otherwise, on your allergy report, some good news, looking pretty good out there. Mold is at low levels and weed registering at low levels, but no grass pollen and no tree pollen today on the Southeast Texas allergy report. So tomorrow I'll go 96 to 97, no rain, very light and variable winds. Almost went variable, but maybe light northwest in the morning, turning southwesterly in the afternoon. Again, 96, 97 in Beaumont, and the modeling showing about 98. It runs about a degree or two warm. And I don't like these low temperatures. I think they're too low. We'll go about 76, 77 in Beaumont and about 97 tomorrow afternoon. Lots of sun. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast, and you can see we don't expect any rain across the area tomorrow. For the lakes area, I'll go 98. And again, very light northwesterly winds are expected, very light stuff, about 98, mostly sunny skies. And once again, about 74, 75 for low temperatures. And I like the 98. Lots of sun tomorrow up in the lakes area. No rain expected, again, with light and variable winds. We expect heat indices around 106. So, again, about 96, 97 in Beaumont. But notice how those highs come on down as we work on in to, say, Friday. We'll be back into the lower 90s. And that's because on the flip side, we'll see improving rain chances on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. With a scattering of showers and thunderstorms, lots of clouds around, and that coupled with the chances of rain and thunderstorm activity should knock those afternoon high temperatures. Plus, that high is going to be moving away from our area. So again, looking at moisture levels, we're somewhere in here on the legend, and as you can see, here we are now, but we actually drop in moisture levels coming up for tomorrow. So looking at lots of sun and very low chances of rain, probably nothing tomorrow. But look at the quick surge of moisture coming back as we work on into Wednesday, Thursday, right on through the weekend. And again, that'll bring us at least scattered showers and thunderstorms. And then, as you can see, moisture levels start decreasing as we work on into Monday of next week. So I dropped rain chances a bit. But as you can see, we go from around here right on up to here as we head on in to later this week. So moisture definitely going to be moving back into the area as the high moves off, and the flow around the high should drag disturbances and Gulf moisture back into our area. So right now, pretty quiet on the Pro Roofing Concept satellite and radar loop. Did have a couple showers along a weak anemic sea breeze that tried to develop late this afternoon, and also seeing some very isolated shower activity up towards the lakes area. And again, if you're lucky enough to get one of these isolated showers, you are very lucky, because they are going to be weak and very, very far between, few and far between. Up towards the northern sections of Newton County around Burkeville, as you can see, and just to the east of San Rayburn, and a couple of isolated showers. We've been watching one on 73 over towards Taylor Landing, had one over towards Port Acres, and back over towards Port Arthur. Light stuff. These will be ending. It's right along the sea breeze, and that is basically the winds trying to come in back off the Gulf. in the afternoon. But one thing I want you to notice, earlier today, you can see the cloud streaks kind of like that. That is high pressure. See how those lines form in the clouds? That is high pressure right there. Kind of does something like that. Very interesting. Otherwise, that high is over North Texas, and it will continue to keep heat advisories off towards North Texas, back over towards the Mississippi River Valley as we head on into tomorrow with extreme heat warnings off that way. We're going to be close to a heat advisory tomorrow. We need to get to 108, but tomorrow we're looking at about 105, 106 as far as the heat index. So not quite there, but close. So this evening, oh wow, modeling picking that one shower. It was over towards northern Newton County. Doing a pretty good job, as you can see. So as we head through this evening, looking at dry weather conditions, will fall through the 80s. And we will see temperatures dropping into the mid-70s in the lakes. Could be a little touch of fog up in the lakes area as winds go calm, and I like the mid to upper 70s and lower 80s in the triangle. Then tomorrow, we're expecting mostly sunny skies. It should be a hot, dry day with high temperatures well into the mid-90s and probably the upper 90s up in the lakes area, again with mostly sunny skies. Winds are going to be light tomorrow, so that kind of gives increases the oppressive, sticky sauna type feeling out there. If the winds are up a little bit, that certainly helps. So again, high pressure off towards our north, over towards the Red River, and the flow around it is clockwise, as you can see. So that moisture that is off towards our east, see all this? That's going to be directed around the high and on into our area, but we're also going to be watching an upper level trough of low pressure. Again, this is what we call an inverted trough, an upside down trough right there, upside down trough. So that's going to be moving south of us into South Texas and Mexico. Regardless, that's going to help improve our moisture levels in the atmosphere as we work on into Thursday and Friday. See the upside down trough? That's an inverted trough right there, moving on into South Texas. So we don't expect anything tropical, so not this time. But the surge of moisture, look how we go up the scale as we head on in to, say, Thursday, what I was just showing you. So surge of moisture moving in as high pressure moves off towards the west and southwest away from our area. So again, the flow around high pressure in a clockwise manner will drag or give us a northerly flow in the upper levels of the atmosphere, and that will help us to see better chances of moisture moving into our area and improve our rain chances. So we'll continue with this animation, and as you can see, again with the northerly flow, because of the clockwise flow, we'll start dragging in disturbances from the north, and that is what we're looking at right there. See this right here? This is an upper level disturbance right there, and it's going to interact with the moisture over our area as we work on into the weekend. Yeah, another chance of rain and thunderstorms over the weekend, and maybe lower chances as we work towards, of course, Monday. So something to watch as far as the rain chances, but right now things look quiet as far as the tropics go for at least the next 7 days. We're going to be watching this cluster of shower and thunderstorm activity off towards far eastern Atlantic. That's what we're going to be watching, because we think that there is the potential that it may do something like this as we head towards, at least through the first week of August. Several days to watch this. The question is, where does it go after that? Well, if you look towards the time frame that it begins to become in focus over towards the Bahamas, the upper level pattern would show high pressure, which is outstanding for us, would be over towards the Four Corners and the Rockies. And at the same time, I showed this earlier, could be a weak trough of low pressure. Let me try that again. Not quite as deep as that, but it looks like high pressure may be over towards the Four Corners. and a kind of a weak trough of low pressure. That's better. So the question is, if we get something coming in from the southeast, where does it go? Does it turn like it normally does because of that flow due to the trough, or does it go underneath and off to something like that? Too early to tell right now, but my thinking is from some of the modeling that I've seen is it may do something like this if it develops. And this is just speculation right now. This is a possibility, looking at all the different models that I've looked at. Otherwise, I think we're okay the way things look right now. So on the Gulf tomorrow, looking at mostly smooth to slightly choppy seas around 1 to 2 feet. A west wind at 5 to 10 knots, water temperature 92. Our forecast on the tides at 7:33 a.m. at Sabine Pass and 7:50 p.m. As you can see, sunrise is at 6:32 a.m. and sunset is at 8:11 tomorrow. Let's see, I'm looking at any texts. No questions. Okay, so we will continue. And tonight, your forecast looks like clear to mostly clear skies. Again, could be a little patchy fog tomorrow morning up towards the lakes, possibly in outlying areas up towards inland southeast Texas. Again, we do inland southeast Texas. That's Hardin, southern Jasper, southern Newton counties. Because you're not in the lakes, you're not in the triangle. That's why we have delineated this inland southeast Texas, which includes Hardin, southern Jasper, southern Newton counties. Mid-70s up in the lakes, and the mid to upper 70s and lower 80s here in the triangle. Winds will likely go calm as we head towards tomorrow morning, so that would help to the production. Some very light patchy fog up in the lakes. Then tomorrow, mostly sunny. Going to be a hot day, no doubt about that. This is summertime. We're entering the hottest part climatologically of the summer. So if you work outside, it doesn't make it any easier. Just be smart about the heat. Take those breaks. Keep hydrated. Use the sunscreen. Looks like 97 to 98 up in the lakes, maybe a 99. And here in the triangle, anywhere between about 94 to 96, maybe 97 here in the triangle, with light and variable winds, kind of northwesterly, real light up in the lakes. Here in the triangle, we may go southwesterly as the sea breeze tries to come in late day. But again, it's going to be a weak sea breeze, so that's why we're not expecting any shower and thunderstorm activity. So I'm expecting about 105 to 106 on the heat index coming up tomorrow. Again, 108, that's when we're issued a heat advisory, so we don't see that coming up for tomorrow. Your 7-day weather impact forecast again calls for no rain tomorrow. We expect light and variable winds, if you will, with mostly sunny skies, and the mid-90s will continue at least through Wednesday. Now, moisture is going to be coming in from the east out of Louisiana, so we'll give it a 20% coverage. Very late afternoon showers and storms coming out of Louisiana. Clouds will be on the increase through the day on Wednesday, again with light and variable winds. The surge of Gulf moisture will certainly be here by Thursday. We'll go with about a 30% coverage and a highs of about 93. As we head on into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that's probably going to be our best round of shower and thunderstorm activity. Right now, don't see a lot being put out by the modeling. Modeling is just not putting out a whole lot. Anywhere from between a half an inch to maybe 1.75 inches of rainfall. So if you take a fifth of an inch of rainfall, we should see about 1.5 inches of rainfall. Some areas won't pick that up and will be below normal. Some areas could see that. Regardless, the clouds and the threat for shower and thunderstorm activity will knock afternoon high temperatures down as we head towards Sunday. Now,